Good gentles all, come forth all who wander and wonder, and bear witness to a duel of honor twixt two noble lieges of Avalon. On one side standeth a noble house, grievously wounded in pride and tender feelings, and upon the other stands a clan supposed most vile, who hath transgressed and offended, whose misdeeds have not gone unmarked. The house aggrieved didst make humble petition unto his majesty, the king of Avalon, proclaiming a dire affliction of the soul, that their feel-goods were sorely besmirched, and their feel-bads grievously provoked. Retribution they did demand, and lo, the king hath answered their cry.
Lords and ladies of noble birth and curious eye, I bid thee welcome, and entreat thy grace as I make mine own introductions. My name is Princess Agnes Penelope Swanee III. I first of my name. I hail from the bounteous and wondrous realm of Delusional, a land nestled far within Avalon's northernmost climes. His most sovereign majesty, the king of Avalon, did summon me, Agnes, to mediate this quarrel of egos. Honor, as a neutral third. Now, noble folk of court and country, choose thy seats wisely, for where thy noble tentative perch is where thy allegiance shall be cast in this storied contest. Raise thy voices and lift thy cheer for our challenger, the glimmering, the immaculate, the shiny, oh so pristine Lord Goldman. He rideth, or he entereth, upon his thunderous steed, the Red Bull. Why, thou askest? Verily, she giveth the Lord his wings. Now through yon mighty gates rides she, the bewitching, the fearsome, the oft-provoked, yet rarely bested. Welcome, one and all, the beastly, yet beguiling, Jarl, a Clan von Hogenheim.
She is no Jarl, no noble dame. Hey, she is a full-hearted vixen, a knavish rogue, a falsifier of rods, an hourly promise breaker, and...
Oh, my lord, if thou wilt permit me a moment to finish mine own introductory action, much obliged. She is a fearsome warrior astride her mighty war steed, a creature known across the battlefield, a legend. His hooves do rumble like doom itself. They calleth him Monster! Now then, everybody look left! Nay, look right. Seest thou our pages? Aye, those whistling babes vended tokens of loyalty, favors. And for 2 papers of the realm, just a mere 2, thou mayest purchase a favor, and, upon my command, thou may bestow it upon thine chosen champion. This modest sum feeds not mine own purse, nay, but the bellies of my children. Our pages. Now, are these trinkets, though humble, do bolster the spirit and embolden the soul. Thy chosen hero shall wear it proud, and strike in battle not only for their honor, but for thine. And lo, pause for drama most divine. If thou dost purchase a favor, thou shalt gain the rarest privilege, a personal portrait of you and thine champion upon a field of battle. Now gather close and hearken, for I must needs unravel the tangled tale that has brought us hither this day. To do so, we must cast our minds back into the forgotten depths of yesteryear, when these 2 houses did clash in a feud more ancient than the memory of dragons. In truth, nobody recalls what slight did spark the first blow. It is the reason lost to the Lord of Time cometh. But his majesty, wise beyond the words of kin, did decree enough. He bade House Goldman and Clan von Hogenheim to bring an end to their heavy-handed swords. War. By ancient right, a union of flesh and name was called for. It was thus decreed that the fairest daughter of Lord Goldman was pledged to the mighty son of Clan von Hogenheim. And upon the maiden's 16th year, a noble dowry of 2 fierce war steeds were to be given to Lord Goldwyn.
Now with that deed done, I fresh. Happy! Wherefore art my promised war horses?
You covet my clan's war horses, sir.
Indeed.
My clan's war horses are of such worth, they shame all the beasts of Avalon. But yet, here we stand, quarreling over what? A face, rumored, not even worthy of a sunburn. I say the dowry giveth was most fair.
How darest thou?
I shall do it thrice more forcibly.
I will have your head on a spike, woman!
Silence! Thank you.
Wench.
Jarl, I hope a goat farts in your pantry. Now, here lies the great slight that burneth House Goldwyn like a dragon's fire. Upon the 16th name day of the maiden, Clan von Hogenheim did dispatch an envoy charged with bearing the noble dowry to House Goldwyn's keep. But when the doors were opened and the offering received, it was not the promised war steeds, but 2 meager, scraggly goats. Goats.
Who let out the goats?
Was that one of the goats?
What? Well, you see, there be talk in the wind that this stewed prune of a man hath wildly exaggerated the comeliness of his daughter. I merely repaid in kind what was offered. Deceit for deceit.
I beg thy pardon.
But my Jarl, I have seen the maiden's likeness with mine own eyes.
No, you haven't.
She shineth like the dawn, more radiant than moon upon still water. And I troth fairer than any swan that glideth upon Avalon's lakes. Look, I do present it. Isn't she lovely?
What witchery is this? Lies? Thou sayest a swan? Nay. From what I have heard, more befitting a swine.
A swine? Hold thy vile tongue! She is no swine! That is mine own daughter thou insulting! I demand thee recant!
No.
After all of this insult, I shall not abide this! I call thee to war! You clan of Clayblaine muttonheads! To war, I say!
Peace, my lord, peace! Let us not squabble as fishwives, nor spit as tavern munches. Oh! Recall thy place. There are children present. This be a royal decree. A duel to prove thy honor, and not the Jarl's lack of manners. Now, as I was saying afore all this hubbub, Lord Goldwyn's daughter, I, the fairest bloom in all of Avalon, a treasure to her sire and peerless in beauty, just like me. Satisfied? He knew with unshaken certainty that she were worth, at the very least, the 2 promised war horses, if not thrice as many. But to receive 2 flea-infested goats? The gall, the cheek, the unmitigated audacity.
Neutrality, my lady, neutrality.
Oh, right. 1,000 pardons. Now then, back to the tale. Offense most vile was surely taken, and an envoy mayhaps did lose his head. Strange thing to misplace your head, if you ask me. But lo, the drums of war did thunder once more. His Royal Majesty did raise his scepter and decree thusly, nay to war. Let there be a duel. Aye, this very duel, to settle the quarrel of old and judge, of he who is right and she who is wrong.
Neutrality, my lady, neutrality.
Oh, fiddlesticks, you calm me again. 1,000 pardons to the Jarl and my audience. It was but a slip of the tongue, forgive mine enthusiasm. Now gather thy eyes and steel thy hearts, for this day ye shall bear witness to the Lord of House Goldwyn and the Jarl of Clan Van Hogenheim, as they battle to defend their honor. Shall we begin? Now, according to the customs of trial by combat, our challenger has been granted the right to choose the sacred skills ye shall behold this day. These be the 5 noble skills chosen by Lord Goldwyn himself. The ring spear, the boar spear, mounted archery, the ring toss, and my personal favorite, the Saracen slice. Now is the hour, my brave assembly, for those among thee who have purchased a ribbon of favor to come and present it unto thy chosen champion. Come now, and thy champion squire shall help pin it to thy champion steed.
Show the ankle.
I see we have a couple of deserters in the midst of Lord Goldwyn's cheer side.
No?
Traitors shall be dealt with.
Traitors shall be dealt with. Manners? I'm a pig farmer. What's your name? I'm a Swanee farmer. What's your name?
With this, we cast our eyes to the field. Riders, prepare! My noble lords and ladies, art thou prepared? Your eaglenesses, take thy positions for the salute of honor. Champions, salute! The victor shall be chosen by the highest tally of points in these 5 sacred skills. These skills be not mere pageantry, nay, but each to serve as a measure of survival. And, for fair challenge's sake, each skill must be executed at a full forward canter, or swifter still. Our first skill is to be the boar spear. In times of war, brave knights did train thusly, galloping through enemy encampments through the dark of night, wielding sword or lance, to upset tents and rip forth tent poles, and trapping slumbering foes with these canvas and chaos. Oh! Lord Goldwyn, I prithee, as challenger, who shall ride first?
Let us let the Jarl go first.
Are you sure?
Indeed.
Okay, Jarl, you may go. Lord Goldwyn, art thou ready?
Huzzah!
Then advance!
They're afire, my lady!
In days of yore, brave hunters would toss these mighty spears off the top galloping steeds to fell deer, boar, and other wild beasts, with their kin-like things delicious. The same art was employed by mounted armies to drive back foes upon the field of battle. Jarl, art thou prepared? Why, then advance! The spear, noble and eternal, has journeyed with mankind since time immemorial. In its most humble form, it is but a sturdy shaft with a sharpened point. Yet it hath ever been both tool and weapon, one of the eldest known to our kind. Squire, what be the Jarl's score?
Bullseye!
Bullseye!
Goldwyn, stand thee ready.
Huzzah!
Advance. Squire, what say thee? What score hath the Lord achieved? Now we turn our gaze to the next challenge, the mystifying skill of mounted archery, another noble trial of the hunt. Mounted archery originated in the Eurasian steppes. The open grasslands of this region provided an ideal environment for the rise of mounted archery, both as a hunting technique and as a method of warfare. It tested not only skill with the bow, but one's harmony with their steed, demanding grace, precision, and the ability to steer thy steed with thy legs. In this, our brave archers shall take bow in hand, and whilst at a full gallop, take aim upon a fearsome dragon. Nay, not of flesh and flame, but a target most vexing. He who makes the dragon cry shall triumph. I can't believe it! The Jarl heard the dragon scream! Now, dear gentles all, comes the ring toss, a trial of swiftness and dexterity and gallant precision. Squires, hand forth unto my lord their lances. Now each rider must strike it. Hold that, Hogenheim. That does not seem very knightly of thee.
I saw Logan coming, gentlemen!
Ah, chivalry be dead! Come catch me! Catch her!
You're one, Hogenheim!
Now, let us return to these trials and cease this petty quarreling. Now, each rider must strike a moving vertical target, requiring not just hand-to-eye alchemy, but the mastery of steering thy steed with grace and poise. Jarl, art thou prepared?
Aye!
Then away with thee. Lord Goldwyn, stand thee ready? Children, advance. My lieges, was yon challenge fierce enough for thee?
Nay! Call forth the smaller ring!
The smaller ring. If it is a challenge you want after, why not strike from your left side? Then we will see who is the true beggar. So please,
Indeed! Beggar!
indeed. On our side! My lords and ladies, what say thee? Then cross body it shall be. A trial of great difficulty whereupon the champion must stretch over that of their own frame and that of their beast to seize the ring whilst remaining at a full gallop. Jarl, are you ready? Huzzah! Away with thee.
Here we go.
Lord Goldwyn, stand thee ready?
Huzzah!
Then advance.
I see he has one ring already. My lords, come over and raise your lances. And out. 10, 20. What kind of habit do you have?
And finally, we come to the last, the Saracen slice. The name Saracen hath its roots in the tongues of Greece and Rome, first uttered to describe the desert-dwelling tribes of Syro-Arabia. These bold folk, called Saraceni by the ancients, did become well-known conquerors in the southern lands of Italia. Are you ready, Jarl? Away with thee then. This skill, though born of battle, is now used to train brave riders in the arts of balance, precision, and sacred trust twixt steed and knight. Each champion, as you have just seen, must cleave thrice through 3 heads, gifted to us by the Headless Horseman himself. These be his practice heads, which he no longer needs. And this, dear gentles all, doth conclude our trials of skill and sacred honor. Malaysia, step forth and stand proud by thy pennants as we tally thy scores. What does this say?
You think I can read?
You're the king's squire.
Read she's
Wait, did you just say the Jarl won?
Yes, the Jarl won.
Jarl won!
I beg your pardon? What aileth thee, villain? Thy mind is addled, and thine eyes are full of trickery.
Thank you.
Thou dost offend me, sir. But know this, only truth flows from the lips of Clan von Hogenheim. And I do assure thee, my eyes see clear.
Says thee, knave! Zounds, I am done with this foolishness! Depart, or I shall drag thy name lower than a scullion's boot!
As if thou couldest!
I shall!
Methinks thou dost protest too much, Lord Goldwyn. Methinks thou outburst conceal the truth of thy pretense. Where so called is this beaudacious daughter of thine?
She resideth within my manor, exactly where a woman of her breeding ought to be.
Nay, methinks thou art too cowardly to present her to the commons.
Cowardly? Thou insultest me gravely. I am not cowardly. She is delicate and refined. I could not bear to bring her before these goodly folk and parade her.
Huzzah! Thou dost admit it! She be most uncomely.
How darest thou, thou elf-mart-rooting hog! I ought to cut thy tongue from thy head and put it on a spike.
The horror! Some loathsome rogue has stolen my collection of lovely locks.
Gwendolyn!
Pardon! Pardon me!
Go get it!
Grendel, with the beard!
Tis not my fault that the blacksmith has run out of razors.
What's that like? I feel faint. I swear.
Tis that thee, Gwendolyn? Not ugly! Not even my left toenail be so foul!
That is thy right foot,
Whatever! That is even fairer than one of a Sasquatch, that was! If I had a dog of such visage, I would shave its hindquarters and let it walk back in. I grow tired of your foolish attempts to evade this matter. I am right. Thou art wrong. In fact, with these recent dreadful revelations, I say the dowry giveth was far too generous. I demand 1 goat in recompense.
My lieges, Don't they care about poor Agnes I have swooned here?
No, not really.
Pretty good maid, do not be so dramatic. And thou dullard, look at what thou hast wrought. Recompense? Why, those two scraggly goats are not worth the cud that they chew.
My eyes!
Well, Lord Goldwyn, that doth tell us all we need to ken of your daughter's worth.
The gall! The utter gall!
A clan doth deserve recompense, but I will grant you this one truth.
And what is that?
She is indeed dramatic.
Indeed.
No, it's
Indeed.
funny!
But the two goats were supposed to be war horses from the start!
Thou art getting my son! Plus one healthy goat who may or may not contain a power container.
What sayest thou now?
Nothing! You're hearing things. But you can't dispute this. Your daughter is ill-favored. Can't a bargain be struck? My son and one goat for thy daughter?
Such foul words come from thy lips! I shall not abide this insult! I shall take my leave!
But my goat! Lord Goldwyn! My goat! But my goat, Lord... My goat!
No takesy backsy!
Lord Goldwyn, my goat!
Son off!
But my goat!
Pass off!
Well now, how rude! And these are the ones who claim to be nobles. What nobility lies in this?
There is no nobility in this.
Indeed,
King shall hear of this.
he shall and he shall be most wroth.
Most wrongs.
And that daughter. I shall require much therapy after this whole ordeal. How much of thee, my dear Throngworth, thou well? Oh, good. Because he won't even pay for my therapy.
It's cheap.
What a shocking end indeed.
And with that, we thank thee for joining us today for
There's another show later on. There's another show.
the